Hello everybody, it's Maikito. As always, we're going to start the video by going over yesterday's picks. I had Julian Alvarez over 3 shots. He ended with 3. I believe he had 3 in the first half and then didn't shoot again. So he pushed. And then Tony Cruz over 85.5. He had 56 in the first half. He was easily on pace to get it. But then Leipzig, since they were losing, they were pressuring more, so he didn't pass as more. And he did get subbed out at the 76-minute mark, which I thought he was going to get subbed out around that mark. But he didn't go over. So I did put both of them in a slip. So if you tell that, you ended up getting a refund anyway. So, I mean, it wasn't that bad. But the two money line picks that I put together both hit, so that cashed too. So that's back-to-back days of sweeping the money lines. So hopefully we can keep that going. And then I did also have a lean of the Madrid Leipzig game that the second half would have more goals than the first, and that one did hit. So I mean, we're not gonna count that, but that was a lean. So we did pretty good yesterday. So for today's picks, I'm gonna have player picks for y'all, but I'm not gonna make any slips because in the state where I do live, if for some reason on Underdog I can't make any slips on there, like I guess for legal purposes, that one's under their soccer tab and not their FIFA tab, and I don't have it, so I can't make any slips, but I can give y'all picks, but I will post my money line. So for my first pick, I have Cody Gakpo over 2.0 shots. He is playing for Liverpool, going up against Spartak. So he has 2+ in the last 5 out of 5 games. In non-prem games, he plays sometimes as a midfielder, but most of the time he plays as a winger. But when he plays in the Europa League, he plays as the main striker. He averages 2.28 shots per 90 in the cup and then 3.2 in the league. So if he gets bumped up to 2.5, I will still take it there. But at 2.0, it's really good value. And like I said, he's going to be the main striker. So I expect him to at least get 2. My next pick is going to be Jeremy Frimpong. He is playing for Leverkusen, going up against Karabakh. He averages 2 shots in the season. The reason why I like him to play, he hasn't played many in the Europa League, but now that they're in the knockout stages where they need a win so they won't get eliminated, I expect him to start. The way he attacks is he overlaps around and out sprints everybody and attacks in the opposition box, and that's where he gets his shot from. Leverkusen has played them twice this season. He didn't play in those 2 games, but they played him twice this season, and when they played at home, they easily beat them. But when they played away, they struggled a little more, at least to take shots. So that's where his pace is really gonna come into play, especially next game since they are playing away. So at 1.5, I expect him to go over. My next pick is his teammate Alex Grimaldo. He also averages 2 shots on the season. I need him to go over 1.5. He is the opposite on the other side of the field as Frimpong, but he attacks in a different way. When he shoots from like outside the box and takes long shots. He played in both games that they played against Karabakh this season, and he went over in one of them. And one of them he had 0, and the other one he had 5. But like I said, since this one is more of like a knockout game where they can't risk losing this game, and he's gonna be more attacking, I expect him to take 2. If you're doing like 2-mans, which is usually what I recommend when it comes to betting slips, a Frimpong is the one that I like more than Grimaldo, because sometimes Grimaldo can be more of a playmaker. But I still think he goes over. But if you have to choose one, I would choose Frimpong over Grimaldo. My next pick is going to be Romelu Lukaku over 2.5 shots. He's playing for Roma and he's going up against Brighton. He's gone over in both of the knockout games against Feyenoord. So when it comes to like being eliminated and like coming in clutch, Lukaku did go over in both of the games, and Feyenoord is a pretty good defensive team. He averages 2.5 at home, and Brighton, who he's going against, since they are playing away from home, they have a much larger defensive gap away than at home. Most teams, they're obviously a little weaker defensively away from home, but Brighton's, the amount of shots that they allow away is much larger than average. So Lukaku over 2.5 shots, I think he'll go over. I would not take it at 3. If it goes up to 3, it's a lot more riskier just because he's likely to push, and I don't know if he gets 4. But at 2.5, I would take it. For my last player pick, I have Roland Salai over 2.5 shots. He's playing for Freiburg, going up against West Ham. like 3-4 videos ago, I mentioned Maximilian Bear and how he's a Mr. Reliable for me. Is in whenever I put money on him, he almost every time goes over for me. Salai is another one of those picks for me. There's the main reason why. Okay, so he averages 2.8 shots in the league, but they're playing in the Europa League, the cup games. He goes from 2.8 to 4.9 in the Europa League. It's a big difference, and the reason why is because he plays as a winger, sometimes as like an attacking midfielder when he plays in the league, but when he plays in the cup games, which is what he's doing today, he plays as a striker, and he will shoot. Kind of like Cucho, if he gets the chances, he's going to shoot. If he gets put up as a striker and he gets opportunities, he's going to shoot. And I also mentioned in my last pick that Brighton allow a lot more shots away from home than at home. West Ham, it's the same thing, but even more. They already allow a lot of shots at home. Brighton is more like an average. West Ham already allow a lot, and away from home, that's just an even bigger gap. And Freiburg is playing at home, so at 2.5 shots, Salah is gonna go over. At least I think he will. If he goes up to 3, I would still consider taking him just because he's gonna shoot and he will push, and I'm more confident that he'll get 3. Salah is the type of player, he's either gonna get 0 or he's gonna get like 5 when he shoots. So I like Salah over 2.5. So I have 3 money line picks. I'm gonna put them right there. I put them all into one slip. See if we can sweep again. So I have Leverkusen to win. They are undefeated in the season, and their class, the team that they have, I feel like it's just gonna overpower Karabakh. Karabakh is a good team, at least in their league, but when it comes to playing teams like European teams, like high top 5 league teams like Leverkusen, they're not as good. So I have Leverkusen to win. My second pick is Milan to beat Slavia Prague money line. Again, they have a good team as well, especially they're going to be playing their main team, especially since it's a knockout game. They're good at home. I believe they've only conceded 8 goals at home, so they're a really good defensive team. And Slavia Prague, even though they have made it this far, they haven't really played any good teams. The teams that they've gone up against are really not that good. And they played Roma. When they played Roma away from home in Italy, which is where Milan also plays in Italy, they lost 2-0. So with the good atmosphere in Milan and them at home, I expect Milan to take the win. And then for my third one, I have Marseille to win or to draw. They're undefeated at home. If you look at how they play at home compared to away, it is a big gap. But at home, surprisingly, when it comes to the league, the French Cups, and the Europa League, they are undefeated. So I have them. You could take them to win for better money, but rather just not risk it and go for the win or draw. So I put all of them together and put that into a slip. Thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate everybody who comments and likes every video. Even if you want to comment, if you see something that you guys think I should add or something I could do, like I love constructive criticism. I always want to know what I can improve on and what I can do to improve the video for you guys, because I know a lot of you guys that watch don't really know a lot about soccer, and you guys are just tailing me because of me and what I give y'all. But if there's like any questions you guys have, I'm always open to answering the questions for y'all, so don't be afraid to leave the comments. I mean, any comment just helps the algorithm in general, so it doesn't matter what you guys ask or what you guys say. If you have any questions, I'll always answer them. But I appreciate everybody for watching. Please consider using the codes if you guys are new, and make sure, again, I also did post a slip in the Discord for the games today. I went 1 for 2, so that one did miss. But again, if I do have any slips, probably money line, since I can't bet on Underdog in my state. If I do post any more money line plays, I will make sure to post it in Discord, so make sure to go over there and check it out. But thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully we cash out tomorrow.